a man around the corner, he's been asking me for change, and I could use some. Think I could use some sometimes. All these things slow me down. Like the concrete.
Hey guys, it's Captain Nixon. Welcome to my video.
Getting ready to head out.
Today we're going to do some commercial diving for some lobster and conch. But before we head out, we need some ice. Luckily before the trip, he usually makes buckets of ice and store them in his freezer.
I mean him. How you get so much?
Oh yeah, that one. That's the perfect stuff right there by the last one. John Holler. There between the right. They'll keep ya. Boy, John Holler and everything else.
Some coffee before you start your day diving.
This is a hose for hookah rig. We use this when the diver wants to stay down longer. This helps give you air underwater and it makes it a lot more comfortable so that you can work and don't get tired fast. This is connected to a pump in the boat, what is called a compressor. We have to let the hose out so that it can untangle itself whilst we move.
Yeah, but that's
So as he gets ready to go to the first spot he starts to pump, I'm gonna head around and try and get close to it so by the time as he's ready, he can jump straight overboard.
About a crack, right? Off this tree. You off this tree, right?
Now it's time to hop out and see what we can find. So whilst I'm driving the boat, we call it keeping up. You gotta make sure that you don't get too close to the hose because it can be caught up in the prop and you don't want that because once it's caught up, it can cut the hose and then it won't allow any air to get down to him. So he came back up with only 2 lobsters. This means that either they didn't walk there or somebody else already went to
ain't
that
nothing
spot.
there.
So we're off to the next spot.
About a crack.
Huh?
Crack, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of times when keeping up the boat, I would have to drive around in circles and come back to him, trying to avoid catching onto the hose. Sometimes it's tedious because of the tide, the winds, and the waves, but it was pretty calm this day, and it was slack tide, so it wasn't as bad. So this is our second spot for the day, and this spot was really good. So at this spot it's really hard to dive it, so a lot of people won't be able to get here. It's only good when it's at slack tide.
Ah. Now. Yeah.
Sometimes you wouldn't be exactly on the spot, so I would have to pull into that direction to where he know where it is. And once he sees it, he's gonna let go. Once he's down there, I do have time to do stuff. like this, I would go ahead and take the antennas off of the crawfish. Now he's up from his third dive, and this was also a good spot.
You gotta take these off. If you don't take these off, it don't fit in the cooler properly.
Now, not all the times we go out we would get this much lobster, but today, because not a lot of people was diving and the season just opened up, a lot of crawfish was out.
Listen now, y'all gotta remember, the vote for me. I could use that money. Plus, if you don't vote for me, just vote for somebody who I know. Then I know where to borrow it from. But it's a simple, easy step. I can take you through that process right now. All you gotta do is make sure, follow. That's the only way your vote counts. So you have to follow the page, and then you gotta fill out the form. Once you fill out the form, then your vote will count.
So when I was making this video on the boat, I didn't do my research. So you do not have to fill out the form. The form is for you to recommend the diver. I've already been recommended, so all you have to do is follow the page and go ahead and like my picture.
Look at this one. This is a nice one. Can you imagine this on your plate? Woo! Look at that. That size. Pretty boy. You see all the bubbles down there? Once you keep the bubbles in front of you, I can see them right here. Keep the bubbles right here. Sometimes it's hard because of the wind, the waves, the tide, all of those things keep you away from the person. Just keep the bubbles close and then you know the person is close to you.
So unfortunately we did not find much fish. We got about 2 groupers and that was probably it. Normally there would be a lot of groupers around, but I guess because we were not in the right areas we didn't find them. But luckily we got 2. We didn't take them out there, so we were able to take 2 back.
Still up. So we went ahead and turned the compressor off to dive a few conchs. It's illegal to dive conch with compressor, so we already got a few in the boat. Yeah. This is the ending part of the trip. You can see him over there. We decided to grab a few conch before we went in. We head in. It is a bit more tedious trying to get these conch in, but it is a bit more tedious trying to get these conch in, because then you gotta dive them. You're bringing up about 5 a time, 4 a time sometimes. But it's pretty shallow water. It's probably about 10 feet of water or less. It's way easier to keep up now that I pull the hose out of the water, because to keep up with him, with the hose in the water, you gotta keep going around the hose and hopefully you don't get hooked up inside the prop. I know it's a bit windy now, so you probably can't hear too good. But yeah, it's very much easier to keep up with him because I can keep the nose on him and pull him. So once you pull in him and he lets go in the back there, all you gotta do is just keep going around in a circle. By the time as you complete the circle, he should be ready to throw conch back into the boat. Because the tide's going that way. All you gotta do is go around, complete the circle. By the time you get back to him, he should be ready to throw conch in. I have him directly in my bow. He's going out for another conch. When he hops up, I'm gonna be right there to get him from him. Boom, he's up now, I'm gonna go towards him. Then sometimes you can just reverse on him. Notice he's just going up and down. That means he's over a few conch, picking them up one by one. It's pretty shallow water too, if you can see it. It's probably been less than 15, 20 minutes. And we've already gotten about, let's say, 50 conch. That goes to show you how much conch is around here. And look at the depth of water. Yeah, look at the size of this baby. Really big conchs. Beautiful. And you can clean this up. Look at that. A lot of people like to sell conch shells. Alright, so now this is the fun part. This is where I go to work. So before we get in, we usually try to take all the conchs out of the shell so we don't take all the shells into the land. And this also cuts the work down in half. When we drop the conch overboard, we do not put them around where we know other conch are going to be. We try to take them to a spot where we know other conchs don't congregate. And now that we're to the dock, we got to go ahead and start taking the lobster out. Take the tail off, gut the tail, make sure devein the tail, and clean up all the conch. Huh?
Just to take on the water production.
The only big son I can carry, you know, the little ones. On his bed now. Been a while and this group is still alive. Look at the color. Still fighting for life.
Yeah, you know, but they don't put nothing on the tail, but they want everything what you get it. Wherever you get, they go. I bring in the boat. Coming from the sea with my big beautiful eye. Yeah. I go to the ice fishing and but I can see.
And then that's the only thing we missing here. A good ice machine. Sorry, hang on you. My bad.
I think you up here with one.
The potatoes, the potatoes, yeah.
That's something you need with us.
Yeah, these lay on the bottom. Sharks lay on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Them same lemon. They lay right on the side of the nut shark. So we got a couple of lobsters here. These are the heads. Bucket of grouper. Some is in the water. We spring them up. The guys here, they make conch salad, so that's what they use for conch salad. And then we ended up getting two grouper, two nice sized grouper. Huh? I gotta change this water on. Boil them up and take the meat out. Yeah. You get a whole barrel full. Yeah. Now we just to put them together, weigh them, see how much pounds you get. When you don't clean them properly, and you just pan black and you freeze them in the freezer. Once all the guts out and thing, it should be nice. See all the guts. Oh, so this white stuff right here, what you see here, like a little string. You gotta pull all this out. So all this is turned black, and you freeze them. And then you don't fish, so I guess it makes sure you get something at least.
Fish now.
Yeah. We ain't got much fish now. We just a couple of lobster. So we put them in the bag there. We put them on the scale and weigh them. Yeah, 40, 39. So we ended up with a little over 40 pounds of lobster. Here I am chopping up some fish because we're going to do a little grill tonight. This is what we usually do sometimes when we go out. We put some fish, some lobster, conch or whatever aside, and then we do a little grill out with a couple of us. I'm not the best at cutting up, but it's working. So today we went out and we got some lobsters. We got some conch. We're not cooking any conch tonight, but usually when we go out and we get some seafood. And then it depends on how we feeling. We do a little grill. I don't know if you know from my last videos, we decided to do a grill today because I'm leaving on Saturday. We went out and I got some lobsters. I put the lobsters together. We didn't get much grouper, so we didn't get much fish. So some boys went in their freezer, they got some fish. So we'll be able to have a nice cookout today. You guys gotta remember, on the island, it's not easy to get food on the island, so you gotta go out and get your own food. And the food that we get, it's so convenient because it's easy for us to go out and get what you pay hundreds of dollars for in the restaurant. So we eat good, but at the end of the day, this is our livelihood. It works out at the end of the day because this is what we love. And this is the only way that we can get. Stay tuned. I'll show you how we're gonna do all of this. My put is online now because it has a lot of work to do to get fixed. And then I can do some more videos. And I can give away free fish. Because right now, what I'm doing now, I could have gave it away rather than cooking it. But cooking it is just as good. So these tails now each tail can feed about 2 persons. We're not looking for everyone to get their belly full, but so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 people can eat a lobster. And then we got a lot of fish. This is just the fillets that we got. But there's some fish inside there. Is snapper. All of that is snapper inside there. And then we got lobster. So all of this is gonna work out. I went and dived them. The boys are gonna come back and they're gonna season them. And that's it. The sharks overboard, they're waiting on something to eat. These are nurse sharks. We had some reef sharks here earlier. But Chase, what's this? Turtle? You see the turtle? You see the turtle?
Hey, don't get me in the middle of that.
Turtle? Hmm? Fish? All right, the grill started. Let me see if I can get some light. That's what we need. All right, rest is right there. All right, we got light. Put the lobsters on. Let's see how the lobsters go. All right, we got the lobster on the grill. A little bit of onion. I don't know why they should have supposed to put the onion on the fish, but you can see how it works out. Nice slow cook, and we see how it works out.
Put me away from the body.
I don't know.
What is body wise?
No, look. All right, let's see what we got going on here. All right, we get some oil. Let me see if I can put this oil in there. Boom. When I turn them over, then she should be good. Now, I don't have the things. I put it up my finger. So now that I turn them over, there you go. This waking out. Aye. Once I turn them over, I can turn the fire down. Now all of them turn over. They can cook at the lower. Oh, this is already the lowest fire. You see they started to brown. That means the bottom side already cooked. Now you gotta cook them from the top side. all this onion actually tastes good. Yeah. Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah. Hold on, Justin. Let me check it, boys.
No man, you need to fucking paper on.
Run.
I service my generator when I can.
Little more time. Think again.
Then 15.
All right. Okay. Okay. You see the fish? Ooh, that fish on. You can see that fish? Let me turn them off. Woo! Button my hand up, trying to turn these things over. What? Lobster done. Look good. And we got fish here. Let's see if I can pull this off. Yo! Fish is done. Yeah. Yeah, this is what's going on. You got that fish going on. You got a lobster food today. Today is a good day. We're gonna have a hearty meal. Life's good. Look here, nigga, you got 2 lobster. You better hope that's enough lobster for everyone. Huh? Churchy gravy. Huh?
Alright guys, this is the page, the Bahamas Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources. Go ahead and follow them. This is the picture of me that they have up. Your vote is just a like. If you don't follow the page, the vote won't count. But I thank you guys in advance, and I thank you for sticking so long and watching.